GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1, and it's an agonist, meaning the weight loss medication, it's a hormone that we produce. We produce this hormone from the lining of our gut, and a lot of the receptor sites are actually in the brain. So you might have seen recently, there's more and more research about this drug having an impact on our cognition and even inflammation, not just weight and blood sugar. But this drug, GLP-1, is a synthetic version. And it's a synthetic version that mimics what we produce. When we produce this hormone, it starts to regulate other hormones. It also suppresses glucagon, and it slows down your speed of digestion, called gastric emptying. It slows that down a little bit to increase satiety, all to increase your level of feeling full. So what humans have noticed on this drug is that they feel full for longer. But even more so, if you're testing your blood sugar either with a CGM or a glucometer, what humans have noticed is that when you have enough GLP-1, you start to see your blood sugar also regulate itself. So if you have high blood sugar, you don't change how you eat and your blood sugar starts to drop. So in that way, it kind of levels the playing field, right? It kind of levels out, like whether you eat perfectly or not, your blood sugar starts to regulate, which can be really empowering because let's just face it, we're humans. I told you to leave if you weren't human and you all stayed. So you're all humans sitting here, living, breathing. You've got so many idiosyncrasies. And to think that you have to eat perfectly to lose weight is daunting. It's crippling. And so what this drug does is it gives you this hormonal impact that does almost, it softens the impact of maybe some perhaps inconsistent patterns in your life. And inconsistency is normal and to be expected. What I want you to remember is that we produce this hormone as well. Glucagon-like peptide 1 is a hormone that we produce. However, if we were to relate this to a cup of coffee, we typically produce, if we're given the right condition, and I'm going to teach you what that condition is, so buckle up, we produce about a shot of caffeine's worth. So go with me on this. I'm giving you an analogy here. For those of you who listen to a podcast that I was on with Vibrant America, this is how I related it, is that basically every day we get a shot of caffeine, i.e. we produce a shot of GLP-1 ourselves. Medications themselves, depending on the dosage, is like taking maybe 4 shots of caffeine. So it's a heftier punch, right? Which is why, as I've supported clients in the onboarding of this medication, there's definitely an adjustment period. Definitely an adjustment period. Because if you're going from decaf, which some of us aren't producing any of our own, if we're not producing our own and we go from decaf to 4 shots of espresso, how does that feel? And so I just want to really give you that analogy so that as you're talking to friends or considering a medication yourself, it's really important to know that there is an adjustment period.